All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to talk about how to build AI systems that are genuinely intelligent. I mean, how we move beyond those simple chatbots we've all seen and into the world of truly smart, capable agents. But first, have you ever felt like most AIs are just incomplete? You know that feeling? They can do amazing things, but a lot of the time, something just feels missing. Well, today, we're going to figure out exactly what that something is, and more importantly, how to build it. And really, it all comes down to this. A basic bot, is usually just a single call to a large language model, an LLM. And on its own, it can hallucinate, its knowledge is stuck in the past, and frankly, it can be unsafe. What we want is an intelligent agent, something that's accurate, current, and totally reliable. This is the journey we're on, from a simple tool to a trusted partner. So let's set our starting point. We begin with just one unassisted LLM call. You can think of it as a fancy chatbot. Yeah, it's powerful, but it's also prone to making stuff up, and it's completely disconnected from what's happening in the real world right now. To keep track of how we're doing, we're going to use a simple quality score. Right out of the box, this basic approach gets a 3 out of 10. It's a start, but we can do so much better. Our very first upgrade is all about adding the art of self-critique. This is layer 1. We're adding reflection. The easiest way to get this is to think about writing an essay. You never turn in your first draft, right? You write it, then you review it, and then you edit it to make it better. We're going to teach our agent to do that exact same thing. And here's what that looks like. It's a super simple but really powerful loop. First, the agent generates an answer, that's the first draft. Then, a separate process critiques that answer. And finally, the agent refines its work based on that feedback. This little cycle of self-improvement is the first big key to getting higher quality. And here's the real magic behind it. The same LLM can be both the writer and the editor. The crucial part, the real insight, is that by separating these two jobs into different prompts, one for generating, one for critiquing, we unlock a way higher level of quality. It's brilliant. So what does this do for our quality score? Well, just by adding this one pattern, our agent jumps from a 3 all the way to a 6 out of 10. That is a massive improvement, and all we did was teach the agent how to review its own work. Okay, so reflection helps the agent improve what it already knows, but it's still stuck in a box, right? It's working with outdated knowledge. Our next layer, tool use, is how we break it out of that box. Tool use is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It lets the agent call external functions. Think of it as giving the agent hands and ears. Now it can search the web for what happened today, run a quick calculation, or even look up info in your company's private database. This totally overcomes the limits of its original training data. But, and this is a big but, for this to work well, the tools have to be designed really well. The quality of your tool descriptions literally determines how smart your agent is. For instance, don't just describe what a tool does. You need to describe when the agent should use it. You're basically coaching the AI to make smarter choices. Adding this connection to the real world gives us another huge boost. Our quality score is now a very, very respectable 8 out of 10. Our agent isn't just a better thinker anymore, now it's connected and actually up to date. So our agent is capable, but can we trust it yet? The next layer is all about adding human judgment. We're going to do this in 2 ways. First, with something called human in the loop, which is basically the agent's conscience. And second, with routing, which gives it some common sense. Human in the loop, or HITL for short, is the agent's trust architecture. And it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. For really high-stakes stuff, like sending a company-wide email, you'd use an approval gate. But for sorting easy customer questions from the hard ones, you'd use a confidence threshold. You pick the right pattern for the right level of risk. Routing, on the other hand, is like the agent's traffic controller. A simple keyword router is super fast and it's free, but it's not very smart. A much smarter LLM-based router can actually understand what the user means, their intent, even if they use vague language. Of course, that costs a little bit more. It's that classic trade-off between speed and intelligence. So, by layering in this human oversight and some smart, efficient routing, our quality score is now so close to perfect. We've built an agent that isn't just capable, it's trustworthy and efficient. We're at a 9 out of 10. And now for the final, absolutely non-negotiable layer that makes an agent truly ready for production: guardrails. The best way to think about this is like airport security for your agent. It's this unbreakable safety net that catches threats before they can cause any real harm.
A really robust system needs 4 layers of protection. You need an input guardrail to stop malicious prompts, a tool call guardrail to double-check dangerous actions before they happen, a budget guardrail to make sure costs don't spiral out of control, and finally, an output guardrail to strip out sensitive info before it ever gets back to the user.
And with that final layer of safety wrapped around everything, we've done it. Our quality score hits a perfect 10 out of 10. We have successfully transformed our simple little bot into a robust, intelligent, and safe agent that's ready for the real world. Okay, so let's put this all together and actually see how these layers combine. Each one is kind of like a superpower, and it's the compound effect of all of them together that creates a truly intelligent agent. This chart just says it all, doesn't it? We started with that base model, a 3 out of 10. By making it smarter with reflection and connecting it to the world with tools, we shot all the way up to an 8. And finally, by making it trustworthy and safe with human judgment and guardrails, we reached a production-ready 10. Each pattern isn't an alternative. It's a complementary layer that fixes a different weakness, and they all build on each other. So when it comes down to it, each pattern gives your agent a brand new superpower to solve a very specific problem. Reflection fixes quality. Tool use fixes knowledge gaps. Human in the loop fixes trust. Routing fixes inefficiency. And guardrails fix safety vulnerabilities. Put them all together, and you get a complete intelligent system. So, we've seen how these 5 patterns can take a dumb bot and turn it into a smart agent. These are the fundamental building blocks for creating AI systems that are reliable, capable, and safe. The only real question left is, what are you going to build with them?